Hey there, have you been out and your cell phone has almost come to a zero battery? It starts blinking you, flashing, certain apps are glitching and telling you they can't function with low power. And you feel like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? We're so dependent on our cell phones. We were on vacation recently, and down at the Disney parks in Magic Kingdom, they require you to use your cell phone almost throughout the entire day, right? We used it to view the map. Where are we going? Where's our group going to be? Um, Texting with other group members, right? Hey, are you getting on this ride? Did you go to get the food yet? Where are you? Or we even used the phones to plan our meals, right? The latest update at Disney is that you go on to the app, you order your food, then you just have to wait in line to do the pickup of your food. My gosh, we use the phone for so many reasons. And by mid-afternoon, my husband and I looked at each other and we're like, our cell phones are not going to last to the end of the day. And I thought that brings up this anxiety of, I could just feel like what's going to happen if I have no battery. It really got me thinking as we came back from that vacation. If you want to hear more about that vacation, I posted 2 videos planning for the vacation and then coming back after using the DIY wellness travel tips. How did it go? But I really started to notice the cell phone, the battery of the cell phone. It's a great way of describing how low to high our body, mind, and soul can get. So today's video, that's what I wanted to go over with you. Where would you rate yourself? I want you to be aware of how low to high your level of battery is at, because that's what's going to help you to set these health and wellness and spirituality goals. So let's jump into it. Here we go. Welcome back to Tranquility Moms. My name is Kathryn. If you are new here, so good to connect with you. I am one of the moms on our Tranquility Moms team. We are here to provide you health education, wellness tools, and spirituality rejuvenation. In today's video, we're going to be looking at ideas that we've been working on the blog and some of these YouTube videos. We want to recharge moms. And you think, recharge, what does that word mean? I want to reset, reinvigorate, give energy back to. Well, if I look at that word of energy, the first thing I was thinking of is the energy and the supply of my cell phone, something I use all throughout the day. And part of recognizing our own goal setting, what do I want to improve on? What do I need to increase? What do I need to remove as blocks in my life? Today, I just want to go over with you, well, where would you rate yourself at? So let's start at that lowest level. If you said to me, Kathryn, boy, my battery level is at a 1. You're glitching. Your apps are not all working. The systems of your body are not functioning correctly, right? Some of the words I wrote down, I said you're reaching exhaustion. You're weary, you're drained, you probably have lots of physical pain, aches, irritability, you're impatient, you're getting anxious and panicked about situations with your husband, with the kids. You just feel disconnected. You know, people are reaching out to you, but you can feel it. Spiritually, just empty, lost, not sure where the guidance is, what your purpose is, if you're doing a good job. That's that negative self-talk. Brain fog, can't concentrate, mood swings. I'm here and then I'm here. You're noticing that you just feel like all this pressure on you. You just don't feel like you're good enough at a 1. So check in right now. What's your body at? Where's your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and then your soul and your heart? Is it at a 1? Has it gotten that low? As we climb up the scale, right, I want to get you all the way to a 5 level. A 2, so a 1, I'd mark it as very poor. Let's mark 2 at poor. Again, you're trying to do this, but your job as a mom, your job as a wife, your job with friendships, it's not working. Let's pull you all the way. Maybe you say you're right in the middle at a 3, right? And you say, my battery level is at a 3. It's fair. It's not the worst you've ever been, but definitely you could see where there are areas of improvement. You'd say, I feel mild discomfort, right? You're not motivated in the morning to get up and do things. You feel like mid-afternoon you kind of crash and like you just didn't have enough in the tank. Maybe you have focus, but it's just kind of fair. Your energy, your creativity with the kids, it's sort of lacking. You know, they ask you to play something and you just groan. Your husband's talking to you about something, you just sit and sigh, like one more heavy to do, one more ask of you. Your concentration is fair. You have fair task completion. You know, you look around the house, you look at that to-do list. Do you even have a to-do list? Maybe a 5 to-do list, and they just all feel jumbled. Your body is giving you those signals of discomfort, inflammation. Your prayer life might feel fair. You feel like, well, some days you think of it and some days you don't. At a 3 level, maybe you'd recognize, like, I thought about something I was grateful for, but then I turned it around right away into something negative or how it could be better. You notice that overall your trust in God, you're just at this low level belief and trust. You know He's part of your life. He knows that God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity, you know they're there, but you forget to tag into them and lean on the strength and wisdom. So check in again. Does that sound like you? Does it sound like where you're at a 3? You're kind of in the middle, not at the worst, but really just fair. I'm going to mark 4 is good. You know, you got some days that you're putting it together and you're trying your best, but other moments you think, oh my gosh, I was the screaming mom at school drop-off and I just lost it and I couldn't reel myself back in, or your sleep so disrupted, or you're just grabbing for those sweets and carbs and crunchy sugars at night and you're thinking, I feel it, it's disrupting my sleep, I'm not feeling well from it. But overall, I'm good, you know. Well, why don't we get to excellent? What would that do for us? What would an excellent recharged 5 battery, oh my goodness, that's what our whole belief is here at Tranquility Moms, that recharging that battery is just going to put you in the best position, body, mind, and soul, to do this job, to feel like you are nurturing others magnificently. You are so connected and patient and creative. You feel like there's, at a 5, boy, the aches and pains are so minimal. You're exercising and moving and listening to your body. The nutrition that you are putting in, you are getting the amazing results, both in your body and your mind. You feel like your prayer life, you're listening, you're in that silence and quiet of your heart to hear exactly the wisdom from the Holy Spirit. How can I handle this situation? What should I do about it? At a 5, you feel like you are in control. You feel like you're taking charge of the day instead of the day taking charge of you. We are looking at a place of happiness and joy and strength. I wrote down strong, energized, happy, tranquility, right? That's our key word, a place of no distress, calm and serenity, joy and strength, optimistic. You know, that's really key. When we talk about our LEANS model and lifestyle exercise, I'm saying it all wrong, lifestyle, exercise, attitude, nutrition, and spirituality, boy, optimistic, like I could see how this is going to turn out, or I could see how I can turn this around, right? I ask the kids a lot of times, well, that is a problem. How can we problem solve it? You know, what are our solutions? You're just clear-headed. And you are there knowing you are not alone. You are following God's plan. You know that you have been called to this at a 5. You know that you can do it. And if you can't today, you acknowledge that too. That doesn't turn you into this negative failure. So that's what we're working on here at Tranquility Moms. Put in the comments down below. I mean, where would you rate yourself? You've heard me in other videos talk about low energy or why we're using these wellness tools. Well, we want to give you a spectrum to rate yourself, and then that's how we're going to set goals in some of these upcoming videos. What are the things that if you're only at a 2 today, well, in what areas are you a 2, and how can we set that ahead to plan, I'm going to aim for a 4. You're going to double it. Put in the comments down below, where would you rate yourself today? And then put it out there, right? That's that vulnerability we have as moms. I want to be at a 4, or hey, I believe it, I could be a 5 in the next 3 months. Let's do it together here. We're going to post more tools on the wellness part of our blog. We're going to be posting little tips and education and encouragement to you on social media, right? Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We are here to guide you. We have all of this training and experience as health practitioners. We're Christian moms. Our faith is so important to us and a part of our guiding light. We're so glad that you're here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Join us. And the best compliment that you can give to us is a thumbs up. We really are grateful for you. And today, moms, take care of yourself.